Welcome all of you in this lecture session. In this lecture session, I will discuss the basic operation of inductor. Now, what is inductor? Inductor is a circuit component which is capable of storing electrical energy in the form of magnetic energy. Now, I want to show the symbol of inductor. There are two types of inductor. One is air core inductor, and this is the pictorial representation of air core inductor. And another is iron core inductor, and this is the pictorial representation of the iron core. So this is basically the iron core. So there are two types of inductor, air core inductor and iron core inductor. Now we have to know the properties of the inductor, that is basically known as inductance. It is the property or characteristics of the inductor by which it tries to maintain its present state or it opposes the causes which tries to changes its present state. Now, to know the basic operation of the inductor, we have to know some basic theory behind the operation of the inductor. This is very much basic things. When an electric current is passed through a conducting wire, a magnetic field is produced around it. So that is basically represented in that form. And obviously, the direction of the magnetic field, which is basically depends on the direction of the current. Now, another thing is, when the magnetic field line becomes denser on increasing the current in the conductor. Now, in previous case, if you see, the current is 5 ampere, and in that case current is 10 ampere. So clearly it is visible from the diagram that here that magnetic field lines become denser compared to the previous case. Now we come to the next basic theory, that magnetic field is increases if the number of turns increases for a given length of conductor. That's why that inductor is basically represented in the form of a coil or solenoid, because if we increase the number of turns, that magnetic field lines become much more denser. Here you see the number of turns is 3, and here the number of turns is 6. So here that magnetic field lines become more denser compared to this. Means we can say the magnetic field, if the magnetic field increases, the number of turns increases for a given length of conductor. Or in other way you can say, if the number of turns increases, so for that case magnetic field will be much more stronger in this case. Now we come to the basic operation of the inductor. First you see, current flowing through the inductor is increasing. Okay. Now, if the current flowing through the solenoid is gradually increases and EMF is induced in the coil. Why the EMF is induced? Due to the change in the magnetic field surrounds the conductor. So in such a way that it opposes the increasing tendency of the current through the solenoid. So this is the EMF which is induced in the coil in that way, so that it opposes the current flowing through the solenoid. Mind that here current is continuously increasing. So due to that reasons EMF is induced in that way. Now if we consider the second case, in that case that current flowing through the solenoid in same direction, but here the current is decreasing. So what is the tendency of the inductor? Tendency of the inductor to oppose the current flowing through the solenoid in decreasing manner. Means if the current flowing through the solenoid is gradually decreases and EMF is induced in the coil due to the same reason, that magnetic field surrounding the coil or surrounding the conductor in such a way that it opposes the decreasing tendency of the current through the solenoid. So this is the basic tendency of the inductor. If the current is increasing, so it tries to oppose the increasing tendency of the current here, and if the current is decreasing, it tries to oppose the decreasing tendency of the current. Or you can say if there is no, so in that case, in the second case, that EMF induced in that direction so that it opposes the decreasing of the current through the solenoid. Now we come to the third condition. If the current is constant, means current does not changes with time. So what will happen if there is no change of current, means in that case EMF induced in the solenoid is equals to 0. So these are the three basic, you can say three basic operations you have to remember. If the current is increasing through the solenoid, so EMF is induced in such a way that it opposes the increasing tendency of the current, and if current flowing through the solenoid is decreasing, so the EMF induced in such a way in that direction, so it opposes the decreasing tendency of the current. If there is no change in current with respect to time, so EMF induced is equals to 0. So we can conclude for a inductor, inductance is exist if that there is a change of current with respect to time. Now we want to find out the expression of inductance. Now this is the very basic, and EMF is induced in the solenoid or coil due to the change in current, means inductance is present if there is a change in current. So we can represent that E is equals to minus L di by dt, because this induced EMF is basically oppose the tendency or oppose the flow of current. That is why that minus sign is introduced according to the Lenz's law. So similarly, we know according to the Faraday law of electromagnetic induction that E is basically equals to minus N d phi by dt. Okay, so these two induced EMF are same induced EMF, so only that representation is different. So we can write these two equations is they are similar. So from that equation minus N divided by dt minus L di dt, if you rearrange this equation, so we will get inductance is basically equals to d psi by di, where psi is basically is equals to the product of N into phi, means flux linkage is basically equals to number of turns into the flux, or in other words we can define that inductance is basically that flux linkage per unit current. Now another thing I want to show you, what is the basic function of inductance in electrical circuit compared to the analogy between the mechanical circuit. So this is the equation of force is equals to m into a, that is the mass into acceleration, Newton's second law, and here induced EMF in the solenoid is represented as L di by dt. Now we know that m is the mass, which is basically the mechanical inertia which is resist to change in velocity. Similarly, in electrical circuit, L is basically the inductance which is called electrical inertia, which is resist to the change in current. So in mechanical circuit, mass is basically called the mechanical sluggishness of the system. In electrical circuit, L is basically called the electrical sluggishness of the system. So thank you. So I think all of you, after viewing this slide, all of you easily understand what is the basic operation of inductor. Thank you.